guess it's a beautiful evening.
The water's warm.
Water's warm. It's getting comical.
Yeah, tragically. These are parts you need to have on board because they're showstoppers.
Were we good girls and boys?
Yes, I think so. It's early. It's an odd time to be washing the boat, but we gotta do it. We've got access to water here. It's just about dawn. The no-see-ums are ridiculous.
Ready for battle. I got my boots on. I got the socks on.
They're terrible here. They're voracious. They're even worse than mosquitoes. I think I have probably got 50 bites. How about you?
I do too. My legs are just kind of tingling.
We've got maybe an hour and a half before we need to be out of here because we need the tide to come and go from this channel. We got down to about a foot coming in here and we had a mid-tide. Yeah.
I'm just putting the cushions back together. Got them nice and washed. And Nick is getting some diesel so we can take off. How much is diesel?
$5.50 a gallon.
Oh.
And this is like 65 bucks. This makes me so happy. We are pointing upwind and not making a lot of leeway.
This is what I'm talking about. Perfect sailing. Protected area, flat calm, tons of anchorages. Let's go to Tahiti Beach.
All right.
It's my first swim of the season. It feels really good to be back in the water, swimming. It's beautiful. I've got all this fabric. I got my old sail. And then I have this flag from last year for the Bahamas. And I thought, I could buy a new flag, or I could take some of this spinnaker material and some old fabric and make a new one. What do you think?
I see the resemblance.
It's new, but not improved.
It is the, that's the Bahamas flag?
Yeah, so it has the black triangle, and since I made it reinforced with our old sail, this side didn't have a triangle. So I found some black Fibertex. I put 3 layers of it.
3 layers of Fibertex?
Yeah. All right, it's time to go raise the flag and see if it is too noisy.
Well, there's no wind, so I think it'll be fine right now.
What are you doing?
Editing the video.
You look pretty comfortable. Are you like blocking the door? Are you the gatekeeper?
You need to go that way.
I see.
There you go.
There's some wind up here. I think it looks pretty good. Now it's time to go to Tahiti Beach at low tide. Close up the hatches in case there's some rain. Okay, flag's flying. Time to go to the beach.
Oh, that water feels good.
The sand is alive with with the sound of water.
Little crabs too.
The current rips on by, and it takes me to. My heart skips a beat when the sails are blowing. Ooh. That's the end. Excuse me, what are you doing?
It a blocked up toilet, but this is just like concrete inside the hoses. It's just
Oh my god.
yeah, this entire hose.
This is the season of the toilet.
Yeah, I mean this is literally the 7th time I've taken the toilet off.
I mean, it's getting comical.
Yeah, tragically.
At least it's a beautiful evening.
The water's warm.
Water's warm. You're getting a workout? Boat yoga?
Yeah.
Today's adventure is we're going to scary Marsh Harbor. And it's scary because there are known obstacles. There's a sunken car, a sunken truck, maybe a sunken boat, and we have waypoints. We're gonna hopefully get in there without hitting anything. We're going there because we need an Aliv card. And I've had Google Fi on my phone for the last week, but that's it. And Nick has been sans internet. And I gotta tell you, he's feeling and looking a lot more relaxed. Wait, what are you wearing right now? You got your best shirt.
This is my best shirt. I'm gonna name this shirt Gomer. Gomer and I are inseparable. No, in all seriousness, this may be near the end. As I was just trying to put it on this morning, I was very gentle, and yet it's falling apart. It's, I don't know, sad, very sad. Yeah, we're gonna go get a SIM card. It's nice to not have internet, but it's also really nice to have internet. Still dealing with a few boat issues and being able to Google the products and the specs and that sort of thing is pretty important. So I'll be happy to get the Aliv card. Hurricane Dorian was 2 years ago, and there's the sound of construction going on around us. There's some barges, a couple cranes, but still there's this kind of eerie feeling about it. Our friends on Blown Away have got bikes, and that's going to make things a little bit easier.
That was so fast! How was your adventure?
I guess I'm glad I did it.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a lot of security.
Really?
People. $140 for 200 gigs. And yeah, it's all set up.
So you tested it?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Good job. For a big one?
Yeah.
Fish, avocados. Nice. I'm gonna try a new recipe tonight. I just Googled good spinach recipes because we've got some spinach we have to eat. And I came up with a stuffed pepper, spinach and chicken and artichoke and some Parmesan, mozzarella, cream cheese, baked peppers. So I'm excited to try this out. And I feel like we're gonna eat the rainbow. All right, so we're gonna test them out
Fantastic.
with our friends here.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nick, can you take one?
Sure.
Do you want to take this out, the rice out?
Yes, please.
I have your drink.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we thought we were prepared for cruising. It turns out we're short on a critical piece of gear. Actually, it's a detail nobody should overlook. Megan was just talking about how our heads have been great. We haven't had any trouble with our toilets.
Never say that.
You're summoning the gods. You're summoning the toilet gods. Because not a week later, not just one of our toilets, but 2 of our toilets started leaking very, very badly, actually. And we've never had to do any service on these toilets, so didn't even realize we should have service kits. I mean, I guess should have realized that we need service kits, but never thought about it. So these teeny tiny little washers and these teeny tiny little seals wear out, I guess, every 5 years or so. And the time was up. Thankfully, the cruising community being what it is and good friends being who they are, we've got this problem licked, so to speak.
So our friends have a couple spare kits and they're willing to part with them, and we can replenish them in a few weeks when my mom comes down. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Oh, Merry Christmas!
How are you little boys and girls doing?
Were we good girls and boys?
Yes, I think so. With cruiser friendships, combined pantries, and parts, we can get out of any crappy situation. Dive into the plumbing kit.
Into the bowels.
So. Oh, that's good. Oh man, that joke really stinks.
Oh.
We've got 4 working heads, and
Which means
we don't-
tomorrow there won't be any.
So we're happy to do it.
Thank you so
We love you guys. So
Thank
just,
you guys, we love
you
you.
know,
We
so-
love you guys. No, we're glad. We're so glad to help.
Well, do you have any wrapping paper? I'd like to put it under our tree.
Empty because you'll have
It's one of the best seats in the house, eh? Gorgeous sunset, it's quiet, the wind is light. I just want to drink it in.
I can't believe in all the hundreds of videos we've done, we've never done a video about spare parts.
People have asked about the spare parts, but the problem is it's an endless list, and it's really boat dependent. There's really simple boats out there that hardly need anything, and then there's complex boats like Clarity, where you could have like a whole chandlery full of stuff stored all over the boat, and still something's gonna break that you don't have on board.
It's called Murphy's Law.
It literally happened that way this time. You were just saying, these toilets have been working so well. Was it a week?
Yes, and I knew when I said it, I was like, stop, stop, stop.
So all that drama over the toilet, let me just show you the reason why 3 toilets, all 3 of our toilets were leaking. And it is this thing right here. This little seal is part of this kit that we did not have on board. And really, you know, as with most of this stuff, I only have myself to blame because we've had several boats. I've had to rebuild the toilets many, many times.
I don't know if you thought we have 3, so maybe 1 goes. We can move spare parts around that way, or you were just in denial because you didn't want to have to
Didn't want
rebuild
to tilt
ahead.
the toilets. And in all truth, I actually had a spare pump, and that had spare seals on it. It just happened that that spare pump was bad, and the seal was bad too. So it was a comedy of errors. Thanks so much to Brown and Eileen on Blown Away for supplying. Well, they gave us 2 seal kits and then also a full motor rebuild, which we will get back to them with friends coming here in the next month.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
It got us thinking though, what are some spare parts that you maybe, or we, didn't think we needed, but over the years we have realized these are parts you need to have on board because they're showstoppers.
How many of you use an old iPad for backup navigation? You think, hey, that's great. I've got several iPads. I'll bring the old one. Well, you better bring an old charging cord.
So if this cord goes bad, and they frequently corrode, you've got a brick on your hands. The iPad's no good. So several replacement cords, especially if they're older.
And can I just gripe about this for a second? Why does Apple keep changing these cords?
So we have to keep buying new products. I have no idea.
Another important backup that you need is a backup charger for your laptop. It's not just because we do YouTube videos. Most people bring a laptop for movies or maybe even navigation. But these bricks do go bad from time to time.
Yep, we've replaced one already. All right, let's do some heavier, techier things, and I won't go into detail because of course you could just have so many spares for your engines, filters, all that stuff. And this does not say anything about all the glues and sealants, adhesives, bedding compounds, tapes, glues, all that stuff. Coffee you have to have on board. This is something that we didn't know we needed on board until we needed it. This is called a windlass solenoid. This basically is a remote switch that tells the windlass to go up and down, or supplies power to the windlass to go up and down. When this thing goes bad, you can't anchor. Well, I mean, you can anchor and retrieve the anchor manually, but that's a ridiculous prospect when your anchor gear weighs 600 or 700 pounds. So a spare windlass solenoid needs to be part of the kit.
Another thing you should have multiple spares of are hatch levers. These things hold up the hatch, and you need them so that you can have fresh air flowing through your boat.
If this thing breaks, and they do break, I think 5 or 6 of them have broken so far, you've got to jimmy rig your hatch open with some sort of line or a piece of wood, or that's never staying in place when it gets windy. Yeah, so order several of these. This pump you cannot do without. This right here is an on-demand freshwater pump. There's many brands available out there, but let me tell you what happens when this thing breaks on your boat and you don't have a replacement. There's really no way to get fresh water from your tanks to your mouth or to your dishes or anything like that. So these things do wear out, the pressure switch breaks, and it's best just to have one on hand, ready to go at a moment's notice.
Another thing that we have multiples of are hard drives. And these accidentally get dropped or they get full of data, and so having multiple backups on board is critical.
This right here, my friends, is called a relay. It's basically a remote switch, and they're used all over the place on modern cruising boats. These things go bad, and when they do go bad, it's very difficult to create a workaround.
You need a spare card reader. You're out here in paradise taking all this incredible footage, but when this thing goes bad, you have no way to download and share that footage. Speaking of cameras, having a spare GoPro is also critical. These things go bad quite often. They're being used underwater and on the go, and they just wear out.
This right here is an inverter. It's a 1,000 watt inverter from Xantrex. It's not a marine unit. It's really nothing special about it at all. I think I bought it at Best Buy. But the importance of having a spare inverter cannot be overemphasized, because inverters run our lives now on Clarity and a lot of boats going very high tech, and the inverters, they do go bad. They've got internal fuses, they've got all sorts of sophisticated electronics, and when your inverter goes down, and ours has gone down a couple times, well, being able to hook this thing up straight away and get back underway without too much fuss is pretty darn important. I got a couple more. First of all, this is a charge controller that's used for the solar panels, and we are becoming more and more reliant on solar here on Clarity, and I know a lot of boats are doing the exact same thing. If you lose one of these, they don't go bad that often, but they do go bad. If you lose one of these, you're essentially losing your solar array. And lastly, this is a little bit of review from a couple videos ago where the battery on our Iridium Go went bad and we didn't have one on board. Proprietary batteries, whether it's for the cameras or for the Iridium or any other specialized electronics, lithium is a wonderful technology, but lithium batteries seem to go bad a lot more often than you'd expect. We've had a couple swelled up phones, swelled up Iridium Go, and when that happens, you gotta throw those things out. In the right way, of course, but you have to throw them out because they're dangerous.
The list is literally endless. You can't store everything on board. So that's why you need to think smart and also find your cruising community because they might save you in a pickle.
Yeah, that happens often where one boat has got a spare that another needs, and sometimes there's a trade that happens because, oh yeah, that's right, I need those connectors or whatever. Thanks again to Eileen and Brown on Blown Away. They've got a YouTube channel too. Go check them out.
Sailing Blown Away.
Thanks everybody for watching. As always, super huge thank you to the patrons. These videos literally do not happen without your support. So we encourage you to join up and help support the show. Keep this journey going.
Happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2022.
2022. How did that happen? That seemed like it was so far away, and here it is. Happy holidays, everybody. See you next year.
Bye-bye.